Hey, welcome back to part 21 at the Motherhood, and in this one I'm going to begin, guys, by building all those roads between the Pioneer and the Data Scientist. We'll make a visit to Pioneer along the way, and of course the Data Scientist. Then it's going to use DHV and warp over to Animal Shelter just near that way. Complete a few very quick orders by just using the DHV, guys. Deliver a bit of lost cargo as well. Then come back to Data Scientist, and that'll be where the video will finish. Yeah, because of course the Architect Hotman is nearby. Pizza Chef, you can hold any cargo fine for them. You can leave it in the Data Scientist share locker. Private locker if you need to. So yeah, if you find any cargo for any nearby preppers, take it with you, guys. You can just drop it off on a prepper along the way. Even if you're not necessarily going there yet, you can just drop it off ready to pick up later. Yeah, so all this materials we need. So like I say, we're going to be doing about 3 or 4 road pavers. So altogether, you want 3,330 metals, and you want 3,570 ceramics. Yeah, that's about how many you need to build all those roads. I mean, if you open your map, you can probably check. You might need a bit more than me, or you might need a bit less. But on all my accounts, I've always needed the same amount if I've done it at this specific time in the story. Yeah, 3,330 metals, 3,570 ceramics. You'll probably struggle to get all of them in your truck at once, especially with all the lost cargo you may have. You know, for like Data Scientist, Architect, Pioneer, Hartman. Yeah, you might struggle to get it all in, so you're going to have to cram it all into smaller containers. For example, you can see me doing. With the metals, I usually take out a 400, a 200, a 100 and a 50, and I squeeze all them into one by just having all that on my back at once. So yeah, with the metals you can put 400, a 200, a 100 and a 50 on your back at once, and then auto arrange it, and I'll squeeze it all into a 650 container. Yeah, 650 container. Yeah, then with ceramics, you can do, I mean, I'm doing a little bit less here, I'm only doing 600. Yeah, but with the ceramics, you can do 320, a 160, a 80, and a 40. I believe that gets you 600, which is quite a lot as well. Yeah, it's normally what I'll be doing a lot later on, because it allows you to get almost double the amount of materials in your truck. You can usually put 2 lots on your back. You know, you can put like 2 times 400, 2 times 200, 2 times 100, 2 times 50. You can only fit them on your back, so you can do 2 lots at once. But yeah, when we take out a lot of materials, guys, this is what you're going to have to do. I know it's a bit of messing about. I wish there's a quick way to do this. Like, you didn't have to put it on your back. You could just offload it all. And then when offloaded, you could just hold auto arrange and they did it all automatically. But yeah, at the moment, you have to keep lobbing it on your back in order to auto arrange it. I mean, there might be a way, but I've just missed it. Let me know if you find it, but I've done a bit of messing around and I couldn't find any other way to do it. So we're going to do 2 road pavers on the way to Pioneer. Then we're going to go over to Pioneer. I think we're going to deliver that order we took from the mechanic. I think we did. Deliver that. Then from there, we're going to go over to the weapons factory and do a little sub order. But there's going to be loads of BT gazers there. So we can take it as an opportunity to get loads of kills. Yeah, gazers, they're the BTs which have the strand and you can stealth kill them. But they're a lot weaker actually as well. If you've got on story difficulty, you can knock them all out really quick by just shooting them with your weapon. Sometimes that's quicker than go for a stealth kill, by the way. Yeah, so quick trip back to the Mother. Just check if there's any lost cargo here. Yeah, I know I was just here recently. But yeah, shared locker can make lost cargo appear that quick. Yeah, just like going away somewhere else and coming straight back, you know, within a few minutes. You can get a lot of new lost cargo in the shared locker. Yeah, so now I'm going to start entrusting things which I'm not going to use. So all this, yeah, I'm going to entrust it all just to remove it all, guys, and hopefully let some more lost cargo come in, you know, from online. Not sure if it's going to work that way or not, but that's kind of my intention. Yes, remove some of the online cargo from my world to let more come in. But like I said, I'm still not entirely sure how it works yet. Yeah, so I've got all my cargo. You can check any safe houses. Remember, safe houses can have a lot of materials for you. So always check any come across. Yeah, I do the first 2 pavers. Then I go to Pioneer, like I was saying. Then I go to the weapons factory. Then I do the other 2 pavers on the way back to the data scientist. Yeah, you have to kind of do, it's a bit of a zigzag path. But I like that path anyway. Because if you do the first 2 as well, it allows you to get past a big hill. Which normally the truck struggles to climb up. Yeah, keep an eye out for any lost cargo as well along the way. Remember, you got Pioneer, Data Scientist, the Architect, Pizza Chef, Hartman. They're close to Data Scientist as well. So even if you're not necessarily going to them in this video, you can drop it all off at the Data Scientist, ready to pick up later. Yeah, you can see how full my truck is, and that was actually minimising some of that cargo as well, some of those materials. There'll be a point later where we're going to have about 6, well not quite, it's about 5,000 metals and 5,000 ceramics in our truck at once. And that takes a lot of space, so you have to really minimise your material cargo in order to fit it all on. Right, so this will be the first one. I think this is the most expensive out of these 4 road pavers. But it's good just to be doing this along the way. So when we get to grind later, we do not have to worry about any need to like build any roads or monorails. It should all be done already for us. So it's hopefully going to make the grind just a little bit more streamlined when it comes to the end of the game. Yes, there's the other 3 road pavers you can spot. So I'm just going to do this next one, and then we're going to make a turn and make our way over to the Pioneer. Knocking out all these BTs just does take a little bit of time. Like I say, you're going to get loads of points towards any orders. When it comes to taking on orders and of course getting combat points, any orders in progress will get points from that same encounter, even if you complete an order while the rest is still in progress. Yeah, they're also going to get points. So what it can be really beneficial to do is take on multiple orders at once, go and take out loads of enemies, and then the combat points you got from that and stealth points will count towards all those orders. Yeah, will count towards all those orders. And so of course it makes your encounters much more efficient. Right, let's make our way to Pioneer. Yeah, when you get the off-roader tyres later on the truck, it makes it so much better. It can almost climb vertical walls. Yeah, the off-road tyres for the truck are so good. It's a shame you get them so late into the game. Right, there it is. We've got another safe house as well. But yeah, the DHV can't come close to here, unfortunately. So you're kind of limited to how many materials you can take with you. You know, from the terminal here or from any safe houses nearby. Yeah, drive straight across the hot spring, guys. It's quite shallow. Yeah, don't worry about trying to drive around it. Just drive through it. Yes, this is where that delivery we took from the mechanic. Yeah, get rid of that. I'm going to hold 1 piece of lost cargo back, just in case it gets locked. Peko, peko.
Fucking amazing, dude. Guys, you found this? You're crazy.
Yeah, if you ever get like 5 undetected points, that's normally because that's one of them orders where you just cannot get a lot of points at all. Normally those where you get 5 undetected normally means you're only going to get like a maximum of 100 combat points in that particular order if you was to continue knocking out enemies. Yeah, but those ones where you get like 220 undetected points, things like that, they're the ones where you can get like 600 plus combat points. Yeah, not quite push them up to start level 3, which I was hoping to do. Yes, you can check his share locker, guys, for any cargo. Remember, we're going to the data scientist next, and then a bit later will be the architect, Hartman, but you can drop all them off at the data scientist. Same for Motherhood. Yeah, you can drop any cargo for the Motherhood off at data scientist as well if you want to. Yes, I'm going to take what I need, and all the rest I'm just going to entrust it. Again, just to remove it from the online pool. Yeah, I'm just going to entrust it all.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
I think a good way I could probably learn to understand the entrusting mechanic a bit more is start a new game, bring only one prepper online. Yes, only one. So that I've only got one prepper who has the shared cargo active. Because of course, whenever you bring a prepper online, that adds a new kind of like terminal to the port, you know, where shared cargo can appear. But if you've only got one online, it might be much easier to tell how it works. Yes, and I just took that order as well, guys, from the Pioneer. Yes, that order delivered to Hartman's lab. So yes, take that order from the Pioneer. You should have space for that cargo, and then what we'll do, we'll drop that cargo off at Data Scientist ready for later. Yeah, so these two road pavers, we're going to do them and then go to Data Scientist, but first we want to make our way over to the weapons factory. Yeah, like I say, it's going to be a bit of a zigzag, but doing the weapons factory now will allow us to get a lot of combat points. Yeah, with these gazers, remember the BTs with no strands, try to remember them. The watchers are the ones where their eyes glow up, kind of like Predator. Yeah, the eyes glow up when they spot you. They actually can see you if you get in front of them, but if you're behind, they can't really see you. Yeah, if you get in front of a watcher, they'll spot you. Gazers, they're the ones with the strands, which are, they can only hear your sound. So you can kind of crouch, get closer, but then you have to hold your breath. And you can stealth kill them quite easily. Yeah, they only hear your sound, they can't see you. Yeah, with the gazers, the watchers, I think you get 40 points each time you kill one of them. Yeah, kind of like maximum points. Yeah, 40. But with the gazers, they give you a different amount of points depending on which type you defeat. You get like a gold one or a red one. They normally give you 40 points. Then ones are a bit stronger, but they give you more Kyle crystals. These are gazers I'm talking about, by the way. Yeah, gold ones or red ones. Yeah, sometimes you'll get red ones and sometimes you'll get gold. It just depends on the actual encounter area. Yeah, then they're just the normal standard gazers. You'll get 20 points for defeating them. I'm not sure on the babies. Yeah, you do find a few babies, but I'm not quite sure how many points they give you. Yes, but with the normal gazers, you can get like two different variants. You can get like a fat one and like a normal skinny one. The fat one is harder to kill, but he gives you the same amount of points as the skinny one. Yeah, I mean, they all stealth kill with one hit. But yeah, when it comes to using your weapon, yeah, the fat one takes a lot more to kill. Yeah, he's just got more health than the skinny one, but he gives the same points. Yes, here we are. So like I say, crouch, then when you get close, within a few steps, hold your breath, guys. And that's it. Press circle when you see a prompt appear. Try not to press circle too early, because if you do, what you tend to do is you'll do a punch, and that will alert the enemy. I know, so I've done it quite a few times. Yeah, make sure you wait, yeah, like so. Make sure you wait until that circle prompt appears. If not, you just do a normal punch, and it will alert the enemies. Yeah, see that red BT there? So he'll give you 40 points. And he'll also drop a good stash of Kyle crystals. Yeah, and that one next to him, that's one of the fat ones. Yeah, I keep getting close to saying fat zombie. Yeah, the fat BTs, they take a bit more to kill when using the firearm, but they drop the same amount of Kyle crystals as a normal BT, and they give you the same amount of points. But yes, all them Kyle crystals then was from that red BT. And if you do alert a BT, yes, you remain undetected as long as they don't catch you. If they catch you, then that means they've actually discovered you. Because they're deaf, Yes, if they hear something, they'll start looking around for it, and you can't stealth kill them until they kind of go back to their neutral states. You know when they do it because they kind of like, they transport back a little bit to their default location. Yeah, so I won't be able to stealth kill him until he stops looking around. Yes, but like I say, as long as they don't catch you, you remain undetected. Even if you attack them, they can't see you. It's when they catch you, when all the tar envelops around you guys, and the BT guys come up from the puddles and try to grab you. That's when you've been detected. So another one, stealth kill. You can sprint when you crouch, by the way. Yeah, move a bit faster. It can be good to get into that proximity where you have to hold your breath a bit quicker. You know, yeah, crouch, but kind of sprint crouch. Then once you're within about 5 steps, hold your breath. Yeah, so that's another fat zombie there. Yeah, it's probably about 12 of these altogether. I like to take them all out because you get a lot of points. Yeah, just be careful you do not run into any. Yeah, there will be a big one right next to the item we need to collect. But it's a big one. Strangely enough, you do not get any more points for him. You get more card crystals, but he gives you 40 points just like the red BTs. Yeah, don't know why this giant one doesn't give you more than that. Yeah, you just get 40 points. Yeah, the way I figured all this out is I made a save just outside this BT area. Then what I was doing, I was defeating one, grabbing the item, completing the order, data scientist, seeing how much I got, then I'd reload, defeat another one, grab the item, go to data scientist, complete the order, see how many points I got then. I did that a few times. I did it with the normal BT, the skinny one, I did it with the fat one, I did it with the red one, and I did it with the big BT at the back here. Yes, that's how I figured out how many points each one gives you. Yeah, so in here, there's going to be a big BT. You can't stealth kill this guy. I've tried. You can't stealth kill him. I mean, maybe I've just been unlucky. But yeah, I've crouched really close to this guy twice, and I just couldn't get any prompt to appear at all. I know he has a strand, but yeah, I just could not get any prompt to stealth kill him. But yes, he takes about 3 or 4 grenades. So just lob a few blood grenades at him, guys, that's it. Takes him out quite easy. He drops a lot of crystals, like I say, similar to the red BT. But yeah, grab all these, make sure you grab that cargo. That's the order we wanted. Right, and if your scanner has not gone back into your backpack yet, then there's likely another BT hanging around somewhere. Yeah, if your scanner's still out. So I want to try to get all these BTs. There she is, the last fat zombie. Right, that's it, all the BT's done. Yeah, I think my scanner goes in now. You might notice as well, when you first stealth kill a BT, the scanner doesn't immediately start pointing to the next one. It takes like a few seconds. You have to wait for the BT to properly kind of die and dematerialize before the scanner will start pointing to the next. So you don't start running for the next, you know, too quick, thinking it's straight ahead of you, because that's probably the scanner still pointing to the one you just killed. Yeah, give it a few seconds for the scanner to kind of reset and start aiming at the next BT. Yeah, so back in your truck once you've got that item, guys, and knocked out all the BTs. Just going to build these 2 final roads. Yep, so there they are. Yeah, so it's a bit of a snake route getting back there. Yeah, keep an eye out for any lost cargo along the way, of course. I think I'm going to get to a point later where I'm just going to put loads of cargo in the private locker, but I'm not going to touch shared cargo unless I want the cargo in there. Yeah, I think it gets about part 25 or 26 Yeah, I stopped entrusting cargo, and I basically just start leaving all the cargo in the share locker unless it's something I immediately want right now. Yeah, anything else I just leave it in there. Because I've noticed in my DHV, sometimes I check it and I've got like 5 pieces of cargo, then I go and complete an order, I come back and there's like 2 pieces of lost cargo in the shared locker on DHV. So I think shared cargo, it does kind of despawn over time or gets replaced, or maybe if there's too much in your world, it kind of rotates by deleting some to let more in. Not entirely sure how it works, but yeah, I have seen the numbers in my shared cargo on the DHV change, yeah, and not necessarily increase. It's gone down. Yep, I've seen 5 gone somewhere else, come back, and then I've seen 3, and that's without taking any out. So 1 more to do. That's it, and that's all the roads done between the Motherhood and Data Scientist. We have got 1 more to do between the Data Scientist and Hartman. Yeah, that road down the hill near Hartman. I think we do that in the next video. Yep, and then them 2 near the animal shelter, which we've not done yet. We do that a bit later when we have taken order from F1 West Fort Knott and we have to deliver it in person. Yeah, the game doesn't even let you transport that cargo on the DHV. It tells you, you try to use DHV and it tells you you cannot use the DHV to deliver this cargo. So you have to take that one on foot. But that's a main order. Yeah, keep scanning for lost cargo. If you do find some for Data Scientist, I mean, try to grab this. You might want to try to grab more than me. I mean, I didn't because I didn't see any, or I might have seen some and just decided not to pick it up because it's too far out of the way. But in a few videos time, when I get Data Scientist to about 4.8 stars, if I had just a little bit more lost cargo I found, I would have probably got them up to 5. So if you just keep an eye out for some more lost cargo for Data Scientist, when we come back here later, hopefully, you know, in a few videos time, you'll be able to get Data Scientist up to 5, whereas I only got them up to 4.8, because on my other account, yes, I did get her up to 5 stars, you know, doing the same things. I think I just found more lost cargo on my other account. Yeah, and if you try to get that cargo of porters, by the way, yeah, you know, you see these friendly porters walking around, and they normally have cargo for the prepper which you find them near. If you knock them out, that cargo eventually despawns, so you can't even grab it. It's just there for show, or I guess like a little tease. Yeah, if you knock them out, and yes, you're going to take a bit of a hit to your likes, but you might think, oh nice, there's some lost cargo for this prepper. But yeah, it despawns, it falls off the back, and it just like vanishes, despawns from the game. When delivering this, I'm going to hold 1 or 2 pieces of lost cargo back, like always. Yeah, sometimes I am trying to show you how many combat points I get, guys, but I do forget to press L1 or R1. And the thing is, if you press cross and go past that screen, you can't press circle to go back. Yeah, I've done it quite a few times, even on my testing accounts. Yeah, but it's a shame them combat points don't contribute towards lost cargo, only orders. Yes, of course, always the shared storage, see if there's anything I can take. We're actually going to be warping to the animal shelter next. Yeah, warping to the animal shelter and then warping to Rainbow Valley and to Rainy Shelter. We'll see why in a second. It's mainly because this order coming up, it doesn't really give you that many likes, and I just want to get it out of the way. So I just warp there. Yeah, so any cargo for the Architect, leave it in here. Yeah, or for Hartman, that can stay in here as well. Or for Pizza Chef, for example. I mean, you can keep all of it in there if you want, but I'm just trying to get rid of all this shared cargo. So I've got too many. I've been hoarding up too many, you know, across the course of my current playthrough. That's it. I'm only going to keep it if it's within like 2 or 3 preppers from where we are at the moment. Yes, you've got quite a few sub orders and quite a few standard orders. You're going to take them 2 sub orders, 107 and 108. I'm going to take standard order 398, Well, basically going to take everyone, all 5. So take all 5 of those. Yeah, 2 sub orders and 3 standard orders. Yeah, take them all. Now, any going to the architect or Hartman, anywhere near that, you can leave them in the private locker. The only ones we're going to take at the moment, guys, is to Animal Shelter, Rainbow Valley and Rainy Shelter. Leave everything else in the private locker, because we're going to use it in the DHV in a minute to warp, and we do not want that cargo get hit by the Magellan rank, you know, to get a penalty. So yes, leave any other orders in the private locker at data scientist, any cargo as well. All you want right now is anything, like say for Animal Shelter, Rainbow Valley and Rainy Shelter. I did repeat that a few times, guys, but I just can't emphasize how important it is. Yes, make sure you've only got any cargo for where we're going right now. Anything else, leave it in the data scientist private locker. Yeah, I'm not getting any cargo up here at all in my DHV. It's crazy because on one of my other accounts I've got like 30 cargo in my DHV shared locker. Yes, you see all these. Yeah, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it in my truck. I'm going to take my truck outside. Yeah, I do not want all that cargo to be hit. But any cargo I'm taking with me, I'm going to lob on my back. So cargo for the Animal Shelter, I'm putting it on my back. Yeah, and that autopaver, we're going to do that one a bit later. Yeah, the autopaver there. But it looks like I can put it in my truck ready. So I'll let you know how much you've seen. So you probably just saw when I highlighted it on the road paver exactly how much you want for that. But it's probably 1,950 metals for you at the moment, if it's the same as it is for me, and 1,800 ceramics. Yes, 1,950 metals and 1,800 ceramics. You can put them in your truck ready, so that when we come back later we should be ready to rock and roll straight away almost. Yes, I'm going to leave my truck outside. Okay. There is one thing I like in this game, is well, it's quite a few things, but one thing which is quite different is any cargo or anything in the original, if you got within, I think if you left it, I think it was 800 meters. If you got 800 meters away, it disappeared from the game, or it got entrusted automatically. Yeah, 800 meters. But here, there doesn't seem to be a limit. The limit is to go to Mexico. I think that's the limit here. So yes, you can go as far away as you want to, and it should still be there. So yes, I've got all my orders in the truck, which need to stay near the data scientist. I just took my truck out of the DHV, then I went back in, then I warped over to the animal shelter. So back here, we're going to deliver this cargo. I'm not going to get a lot of likes, but I just want to complete the sub order. Yeah, because it was a sub order, I just want to get it done just in case it locks anything later. Yes, of course, these sub orders are unique. They do not reappear. So I've just got a funny feeling, if you don't complete them all, then certain standard orders might not come in until they're done. Yeah, so you can check for any cargo in the shell locker, of course. And you can also check if there's any orders going to Rainy Shelter or Rainbow Valley, because you're going to warp there next. You can take it on bike if you want to, just on your back. But I'm just going to teleport there in the DHV. Yeah, I'm interested in all that, so I don't need it. Yeah, so check if there's any orders. Yeah, so Rainbow Valley, Rainy Shelter. Yes, I'm going to take them too. I think I might have already done them orders before, you know. Yeah, I think I might have already done these. You know, they've come back, they've refreshed since. So I'm just going to do the same ones again, but now, yeah, now I'm just going to warp there, guys. I'm going to get less likes. Rainy Shelter doesn't take many likes. It only takes about 3,000 to get up to max. Right, so straight into the DHV, and then we'll warp down near Rainbow Valley. Yeah, down here. So yeah, our truck is ready to begin part 22. If you have by mistake left your truck in here, guys, just reload the save before you warped and then take it out. Yeah, so again, checking the shared locker. Yeah, I'll go to Rainbow Valley first, because Rainy Shelter doesn't normally have any orders. There's always a chance at Rainbow Valley that you might find an order you can take in for Rainy Shelter. I doubt it, but you never know.
Good evening, Sam. Access the delivery terminal.
Yeah, before you're coming over as well, always check your DHV shared locker, guys, see if any new cargo has appeared for where you're going to next.
Wow, just wow.
Yeah, I've still got 200 likes, better than nothing.
Order completed. Well done.
Yep, shared cargo. I did hold one piece back just in case.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Order completed. Well done.
Yeah, it doesn't really have any main orders. Any standard orders going to Rainy Shelter. So just take any lost cargo it's got in the shared locker. And yes, as I've started doing, I'm going to start entrusting any which is not going to anywhere I'm going to be going to anytime soon. Just going to entrust it and just take out the cargo I want. Like I said, I'm doing this to hopefully clean the pool a little bit, the shared cargo pool, to hopefully allow more to come in. Hopefully by the time I get platinum, I've got a good understanding of how the entrust works. As I go along, I am just learning more and more things about it. I think it's one of the things I'd have to start a new game, and like I was saying, just unlock one prepper and try to view how that's going to change when I do a few things. But of course, go through a whole story without doing anything as well other than the story. You know, getting to the end game and just seeing how things look then, when I've only done the story, and then have a look at it. And just see how all my kind of like shared lockers look at that point. Because if you go on the map, you can actually check what each prepper has in their shared locker. You can press X on the actual prepper or location, and it'll show you all the cargo at that current location.
Order completed. Well done.
Yes, I did hold 1 or 2 items back. Yeah, so she's almost 5 stars. Yeah, she goes up so easy. Yeah, so next time we'll probably get up to 5. Probably just need like a few more 100 likes. I mean, you might even want to keep hold of cargo which is like extra large. You know, all the small one, you're not going to get that many likes from it. Yeah, but the large and extra large, of course, they can give you more likes. Yeah, I'm going to take out the crystals. Right, let's go back to DHV, guys. Walk back to Data Scientist, ready for part 22. So yes, we've got all our gear in the truck. Should be hopefully ready to crack on with part 22 as soon as we begin. Yeah, try not to use DHV too much, you know, when you're transporting important orders. The good thing is though, using Magellan, it does not affect combat points or stealth points. So even if it's like a small order and you don't mind using DHV, you can still abuse combat points, guys, to get a lot of points from that particular order. You know, even if Magellan's going to decrease your rank slightly, the likes you earn. Yeah, back to Data Scientist. Yeah, so now I'm just going to check for any shared cargo. Yep, share lock on the DHV, you can leave it all in there. Yeah, so I'll keep kind of getting rid of it, but we are going to Hartman next, so anything for Hartman or the architect or like pizza chef maybe can take it with you guys. Then go down to your truck. Yeah, so you can press X like so, you can check what's in the shared locker currently. So yeah, so it is all my cargo, it's still here luckily. So leave it there for that one guys, part 21. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on part 22 tomorrow.